What's up, vlog family? Back for another episode of working on this turd. We've got quite a few parts today. So first on the list, we've got some rear arms, some camber arms, and we've got these smaller arms, which the other arms look longer. So I'm curious to see where these are actually supposed to go. Might need to get online, get myself educated. And then I've got a new ECU picked up, a stock ECU for a manual transmission, 2J, and then some of these brass fitments for some of the stuff in the engine bay needs to be buttoned up and re-looped in since things have been deleted, and that's going to give us a hand. So it doesn't seem like I have a lot to do today, but it couldn't be further from the truth. I actually have quite a bit to do. So I need to get the rear end of the car jacked up, and once I've got it in the air, I can take off the rear wheels, check out the suspension, try to get some of this taken off to put other things on. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do tonight. I guess we'll have to figure it out as we go and see how much time I have. There's a first for everything. Car was literally solo. I couldn't even get a jack underneath the frame. So I have it lifted by where the diff bolts in, and I don't know if that's safe. I mean, it's just like a pinch weld, so I believe it might be, but I'm gonna do this really quick. So I'm gonna get the wheels off in the back, adjust the coilovers, and then maybe get the jack to a better spot, unless it really isn't affecting anything, in which case I'll just do what I gotta do. So the first thing we have to do is get this wheel off and start pulling the suspension that's on off so I can start getting these new suspension components on. Sometimes just one will do, other times not. Alright, so I'm really dumb. I don't have hardware. So I've now got to go get hardware for these things. So we might change gears for a minute here, and I think I'm just going to try to wire everything in, and I'm going to try to splice these coolant lines that I've got in the engine bay. I think that would, just one little small item checked off the box. Oh, there she is. Now I'm really hoping one of these little fitment guys works. I'm not even sure if you're supposed to use brass. Probably not. It'll probably break something, but I felt like plastic wasn't, I don't know, I didn't feel like plastic was appropriate. I thought it'd like get way too hot, but I don't know. Maybe I'm starting to think back and maybe it wouldn't have been too hot. The wiring harness. Out of all the things I know very little about, this I know the least about, and my buddy said that it's all pretty much like plug and play, that you can just, like, each individual little plug is different on almost everything that you plug in, besides obviously all 6 of the little injector plugs. So that's what I'm told, is that they're all, almost every plug is usually completely different on a vehicle. So hopefully I can plug one in and then kind of like work that way. I think I know where this big center mount piece goes, and so once I get that on, and I should be able to figure everything else out, hopefully. Alright, so you guys are going to have to stay put for a minute. From what I understand, you can kind of snake all of the wiring through. It's got to go between the portion of the intake that comes off the engine and then back up and over. It's got to go right in there. So I'm going to take some time. I'm going to try to tear the intake off the top real quick and get the wiring harness settled in there properly, so that way it'll be a lot easier to figure out where everything goes, where everything plugs in, and then finally we can get this thing going. I can get everything plugged in, and then I've only got to button up a couple things, and it should be ready to start. So I'm gonna get going on that right about now. All right, so I got it done. It took a lot of work. Not knowing where the bolts are that hold the intake together was a mess, because I'd get like 4 or 5 bolts on or off, and then I'd pull on it and it wouldn't go anywhere. And I'd find another bolt and I'd pull on it, it wouldn't go anywhere, and I'd find another bolt and then it'd move a little bit. And after a while I was almost ready to punch it, but finally the last bolt came out, got the intake piece out. Now I only took out this section, right here. I didn't take out I didn't take this off or the bottom portion. I just took that angle piece. That way I could slide everything in, punch in all the injector plugs. That should be pretty much it. Hopefully now I should be able to guess at where everything else goes. And then I should have a mostly wired up system. Hopefully. We'll see. It'll either run or it won't do anything, and I know something's not plugged in right. Alright guys, I'm calling it a night. I've got a couple things done. I got the fuse box back inside the car because it was sitting outside the bumper, which drove me nuts. So that's done. I've got a couple more wiring harness things done. I found out that the throttle cable has the outer protective rubber piece is snapped, so I'm kind of worried that it's not going to work at all. There's a couple little things. I pulled the carpet up to start getting at some of the pedals so I can get things proper. But at this point, I think you guys are going to get a day 2. I think I'm going to come back either tomorrow or Monday and film some more for you guys. Welcome back to day 2 of the vlog. I stopped on the way here, got some nuts, got some bolts. So we're going to start putting the suspension back on and hopefully getting that all buttoned up and work some more on the engine bay. Alright guys, so I got the first side off. I'm going to go around to the other side and finish it, but I just wanted to stop and show you guys real quick since I can't really film and do this at the same time. So all these upper arms are done, and I actually machined these now so these will fit. So everything fits in there, ready, steady to go. Just put the wheel back on and then adjust the coils, and then it should be good. I should be able to set it back down. Sweet. Alright guys, so it's time to go home. I didn't get some of that last footage that I was hoping to get. I was just so focused on getting suspension together. So next time we're out, make sure to get a shot for you guys. Head home, cook some dinner, hang out with Amanda and Sticks, and I think I'm going to reveal to you guys why we painted the 240 the way that we did. Say hi to the vlog.
Hi vlog!
We just had dinner, we're going to watch a movie. So this is where I'm going to wrap things up for today. Thanks for hanging out this long. As I said, I was going to clarify why we did the 240 the way we did. So the reason I wanted to paint it that way is not because I think it looks amazing, but I knew that 240 is always the car that I've wanted since I was young. And if it looked really good, I wouldn't want to drift it, I wouldn't want to smash it up. So we were like, why don't we just do the ridiculous, stupid paint job? And that's how it ended up becoming. So, but this is where I'm going to wrap up, guys. Thanks for hanging out this long. I will see you next time.